What's up everyone? Welcome back to One Strange Adventure. Welcome to the next video. We are now in Florida. We're back at TTO, which is Thousand Trails Orlando, one of our favorite parks. It would probably be the best park you could possibly go to if it had cell phone service. T-Mobile actually does pretty well. We picked up a T-Mobile service as about a week or two ago. That's done really well. Also, we have picked up a sunshade on our awning. I think you guys have seen that already. And we've done a little rug on the side patio. It's like really home and cozy, cozy there now. We are now the week before the Tampa RV show, or 2 weeks before the Tampa RV show. And we will be here until then. We are going on Tuesday, which is the media day. We're gonna be there a day early. So if you guys get to go, say hi if you see us. We got a good video in store for you this week, but lots of fun to come, and you know, some more work on the RV. Never ends. One more thing I forgot to mention, this is the week Cindy and the kids will be driving up to Virginia, which is why we have the extra SUV. They'll be driving up to Virginia. They have doctor's appointments, and then they're flying back down to Orlando. We found tickets on Spirit Airlines. They were $31 a piece, one way, 2 hours, 15 minutes nonstop. Now I've heard some good things about Spirit. I've heard bad things about Spirit. We'll see. There's some extra fees, of course, with the seats and all that other good stuff. They're going to get their money somehow. But they're going to be going up, flying back down. Pray for a safe flight there, but they're leaving me alone. So it's just me and the dogs for a couple days, actually. And so that should be fun. And then when they get back, we're going to be back down to one vehicle and the Tampa show. It's going to be awesome. We'll have its own video. After that, we head west. One Strange Adventure goes west. So that should be fun. I can't wait to share more with you guys. We are still planning on going to the Tampa RV show, but what I will say is this thing is dirty. Like we need to do something about that. So I called up Hottie's Detailing, and they said that they had a cancellation. Otherwise, it would have been a couple weeks out. So if you're planning on getting your RV detailed at any point, then make sure you're calling like weeks in advance. So if you're going to be at TTO, call them like a couple weeks in advance and say like, when can you get me in? Otherwise, I wouldn't rely on a cancellation. But today we are getting this detailed and that. So both of those will be detailed today. Pretty excited about that because it needs a bath desperately. We're getting our awnings done. We're getting the outside done, the wheels, the tires on the truck and the RV.
We are at the Tampa RV show, and I'm sure you're seeing a ton of videos about the Tampa RV show. So I'm gonna spare you. I'm not gonna do another one of those videos where it's like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. We're gonna do something a little bit different. What we've noticed is that it's just not everybody's cup of tea. And so we're gonna point out a few things that if like these things bother you, you may not want to come to the Tampa RV show. We're gonna talk a little bit about like kind of the downside of the show. But don't get me wrong, we love it. If you get an opportunity and you like this type of stuff, definitely come. But yeah, we're just gonna give you the kind of the real side of it.
Make sure you like, comment, and I've watched your videos, and I'm going to challenge him to push-ups. Me and you, buddy. Me and push-ups.
We're here at the RV show.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come to the RV show if you have OCD and you don't like unorganized chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tasha mentioned don't come if you don't like crowds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because no matter where you walk, there's gonna be a crowd.
Yes, there's definitely a crowd. But we've gotten to meet so many cool people too.
Yeah, so there's a trade-off.
Yeah.
So open yourself up. Be willing to say hi to people. I know it makes you step out of that comfort zone, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So not only do we get to be at the Tampa show, we also get to be at the Switch It Up huddle. Those guys again, get to see Todd and Sheila.
We're at
Kill Farms.
Farms.
They always pick the swanky places.
Looks like it'd be a pretty cool place.
Should be fun.
It's called Kill and Curly.
So as you've seen, RV shows can be a lot of fun, but there's another side to that. There's a couple of things, some characteristics of an RV show that if you're not comfortable with, may lead to not having as an enjoyable experience. The first thing, large crowds, especially with everything that's going on in the world today. Some people just aren't comfortable with large crowds, and even though they do try to keep it to a minimum, there's no way to avoid it, especially like at the Tampa RV show. It's a huge event, and there's just going to be a lot of people there no matter what. Secondly, tight spaces. And I say tight spaces because you want to see inside the RVs. That's why you go to the RV show, right? But they do try to limit like per family in the RV, in one RV at any given time. However, there are several times that I walked inside and there was just like one family up in the nose, one family in the back, one family in the middle. There could have been 12, 15 people in that RV. And if you're not comfortable with that, you may not want to go. Now, I have a couple of tips in case you do want to go to an RV show. Like, have an idea of what you want to look at. If you walk around aimlessly, just hoping to find a really cool RV, it might work for some. If there's a certain model or brand that we want to look at we will make sure that we kind of figure out where they're at on the map and then go there and spend more time in that section versus just walking around and trying to figure out what looks cool and let's go inside there. The other thing is prepare to walk a lot. The Tampa RV show is huge. You're gonna get a lot of walking in. So if you're not comfortable with that, then you may not wanna go. Now, there are accommodations and things like that and that you can probably find on their website, but it is so crowded there that like golf carts and stuff are going through and people are constantly having to get out of the way. So it's not like there's a clear path, and that just may be something that you also want to take into consideration. One final thought. When you go to an RV show, particularly like the Tampa RV show, it's really close to like Lazy Days and there's General RV and there's just a bunch of other dealers there. You're going to see a sticker kind of on the side of the RV that says show price. What RV shows are really good at doing is bringing multiple floor plans together for you in one spot. So if maybe you've narrowed it down to like three campers or 3 floor plans that you really like, you have an opportunity to go look at all of those in one spot. I have found that the show price isn't always the best price. It might be the best price like within that little local vicinity. I have seen where you can hop online and find a dealership. Now you may have to drive a little bit, but you can find a dealership that's comparable or even willing to work with you to even beat those prices. Obviously it's no guarantee and prices are just ridiculous right now anyways. What they're banking on is that you're gonna walk into that RV and you're gonna fall in love with it and you're gonna want it right then. Take some time, take the information that you gain from the RV shows, take it back, absorb it, digest it, and then do some more research and it will definitely help. But I try to stay away from making those decisions right there. Getting back to the point of this video, you may not want to go to an RV show if you don't like crowds, you don't like walking, you don't want to be in tight spaces with a lot of other people. There's always options online for virtual and things like that. What I will say is that it's a great experience if those things don't bother you as much. We love the RV shows and we will definitely be attending more. But those were some of the things that we observed while we were there, and we wanted to share it with you guys just in case you weren't as comfortable with that or just doesn't sound like your cup of tea. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good information out of this. There's going to be a bunch of RV shows coming up this year, of course. The year is just kicking off, so I'm sure there's going to be plenty on the horizon, probably something in your local area. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, make sure you subscribe. Until the next strange adventure, keep making your own.